Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from Tim's Place Family Restaurant here in Duncan.
This Oklahoma favorite is a great stop for comfort food. Tim's Place is open for breakfast and lunch 6 days a week. You'll find them in the heart of Duncan on Main Street. Regulars say this small town diner is big on treating folks like family. We'll show you around throughout the show. But first, let's head about 50 miles east of this spot to the town of Davis.
We found a great place there that's home to several antique cars and trucks and even some classic Harleys. Come along with me now to the Forgotten Wheels Museum. The Forgotten Wheels Museum in Davis is a treasure. It encompasses history and memorabilia, with the vast majority showcasing vintage, antique, and classic cars and motorcycles. Tom and Sandra Webb own and run the museum with enthusiasm and passion.
I didn't get my motorcycle license till after age 60. Everything in here runs and drives. All the motorcycles do.
You will experience a variety of cars, with the oldest one being a 1923 Model T out front on the post. On the other post is a 1926 Simplex motorcycle. Speaking of motorcycles, there's an impressive collection of a set of 29 Harley Hummers from 1948 to 1966. As you can imagine, this place attracts visitors from not only all over the United States, but from around the world.
I love the visitors. This last week on Thursday morning, the first visitors through the door were from Stuttgart, Germany, and they were wonderful. We had such a good visit with them. We had a couple of brothers from Australia, 4 gentlemen from the Netherlands, Germany, Holland, and that they just find us by using the old highways. The goal to visit the United States is not to drive interstates. They want to meet the people who are like them, just from the country, and see how we live.
Amazing things here, interesting things, and a story behind everything that they have. Plus the extra benefit for the ladies of having the antique store to shop in.
Yes, and you can browse vintage cars and cycles, but also shop for antiques.
Just the things that people find that are unusual are old biscuit cutters or kitchen implements, kitchen utensils that we all remember using. Those are the things that everybody seems to like.
I've really been playing with the jukebox. There's a jukebox back there that you get to push the number and watch the record, and so that's really cool.
Here you can really put the pedal to the metal, but under a sewing machine. Sandra's other passion is sewing. Now this is her granddaughter, Sophia.
She would watch me show people how to use that sewing machine, and one day when she was 4, a couple wanted to see how it worked, and she said, "Mama, I got this."
The museum has got old automobiles, old motorcycles from World War II era. He's got Harley Davidson, a whole wall, different year models. If you're not into that, there's other things for kids. There's a whole play area for small children. I've got 3 children I've brought here before, and they had a blast playing them.
This is literally a hands-on kind of museum.
Not a lot of places that are like this, the way he has it, and it's not just cars, but it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, all kinds of stuff. So
this place is awesome. There are so many things here for so many different age groups. You could bring somebody in from 2 years old up to 95. I mean, there's something for everybody to look at. Somebody would find something interesting, everybody would.
You can step back in time and walk through important eras that have had such a great influence on today's culture, but not coming here is missing out on something very important.
They're missing history. History is all over the place in this building.
Forgotten Wheels Museum is located at 1775 Highway 77 South in Davis. They're open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday. They're closed Sunday through Tuesday.
From cars to planes now, in the heart of Oklahoma City is a must-see museum for anyone interested in aviation.
That's right, and this one focuses on women going wheels up as pilots. Let's check out the 99s Museum. The 99s Museum of Women Pilots in Oklahoma City shares an exciting history of women pilots in America.
The 99's a group of women that was organized in 1929. But what they do is they promote aviation, primarily with women in flying, educational, scholarships, wonderful to do. They help women. They being women helping women. Well, they had decided to have a meeting and talk it all over, and that's when they went up to wherever they went, Cleveland, and there was 99 of them, and they had some talk about naming them the Fireflies or Huggy Buggies, a lot of odd names, but the 99s was decided.
A pilot herself, Phyllis hopes that people gain an understanding about women and how they made their mark in aviation.
Oh, I started flying back in '65. I worked for the Federal Aviation Administration, and I started out at Tinker Air Force Base, sitting outside on the steps, and the Thunderbirds flew over. Now, I was very young. I knew nothing about aviation, and I thought, gee, I'd like to do that. It hopes that they see the history of the women and how they progressed.
Some of the important exhibits you'll see include the Mercury 13 exhibit and many others.
Mercury 13 was a NASA project. They selected 13 women that went through all the rigorous training that astronauts go through, and they thought they were promised a great deal more than they got. They will see Jerry Cobb's exhibit is here, Amelia Earhart, of course, Louise Thadden, and then about the racing.
But it's more than just history. They're hoping to influence the youngest generations to explore aviation too.
So we need to capture the history of how women got started doing that and encourage. We're having a partnering with the Girl Scouts here in Oklahoma, and they're having a big event here. So we're going to start with the little ones, just so they'll know it's out there. There's careers in aviation, not just flying. Actually, flying is maybe the least one. Aviation is advancing, and we didn't have women that went into combat flying, and that's happened a few years ago. And a Thunderbird, a lady became a Thunderbird, had a whole crew of Thunderbirds that flew with the Thunderbirds.
To take a look back at all the contributions women have made to aviation and to see all the ways the industry is changing and advancing, plan your trip to the 99s Museum.
If they're interested at all in coming, they would be interested in aviation, and they might find out where they fit in. Everybody has somebody in their family that has done something, been a pilot or fought in the war, they've done something. And it's just good to see how many other things are happening with ladies.
The 99s Museum of Women Pilots is located at 4300 Amelia Earhart Drive in Oklahoma City. They're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They can accommodate group tours, but do ask that groups call ahead.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
You're going to need to have some onion rings. And you're going to need to have some onion rings. They're really, really good. They're the best I've ever had.
The onion rings bring them in, and the incredible shopping keeps them around.
Awesome place. Our playground is the biggest that we're aware of in Oklahoma.
And no matter the weather, we found a spot where the kids can burn off a little energy.
Well, I won't argue with that. It is in town, in the state of Oklahoma.
Plus, they claim they've got the best soul food in the state. We'll check it out a little bit later right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Why order a free Oklahoma outdoor guide? Uncover unique wonders. Cultivate your curiosity. And wake up your wild side. Order or download your free copy today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from Tim's Place Family Restaurant in Duncan, a little diner with a lot of heart and, of course, some really great food, too. You know, places like this are just a really great reminder that you never know what you'll find when you get off the interstate and explore an Oklahoma town.
That's right, and here's another example of a really cool place. You can eat some great food and shop for some unique items all under the same roof. That makes it easy. Deanne Stein now is going to take us to the Meeker Trading Company.
Just off Main Street in Meeker, people from all over gather inside the shed. For music, conversation, and good food.
This was originally the general store, built in 1903.
The historic building sat neglected for years until Kurt and Sandy Hemingway saw the potential.
For me, it's better to take something of history, preserve it, and bring it to life again.
So the couple from Southern California made Meeker home before opening the full-service restaurant.
It's almost like they've welcomed our California eyes with their warm Oklahoma hearts.
The couple renovated the space with a country charm to give it a welcoming feel, but it's the food that's getting all the attention. For Becky Garlow, it's the Yardbird sandwich.
It is a chicken salad with apples and raisins, and it is really good. But as you can see, it is really big. And then we did go with the giant thing of onion rings.
The onion rings apparently are a must-get.
Have you had one? You're going to need to have some onion rings. And you're going to need to have some onion rings. They're really, really good. They're the best I've ever had.
Other favorites are the chicken fried steak sandwich and salads. There's also a bakery case full of cakes, cupcakes, and other treats. The shed offers breakfast too, and a dinner special each night.
What I look at are the plates as they come back to the dish pit, and most of them are empty, so that's what makes me happy.
The restaurant has certainly taken off, but it's actually the Meeker Trading Company that started it all.
I've always been into antiques and vintage, so anything old is I'm passionate about.
The secret for Sandy is keeping a blend of vintage, antique, and new items available throughout the store.
I sell a lot of clothing and attire. Old farmhouse stuff is extremely popular. Just everything, rusty. I mean, you name it, people buy it.
So every first Saturday of the month is Haggle Day, where you can name your own price, and I really like this purse, so let's go give it a shot. Okay, Sandy, so I found this purse that I really, really want, but I don't want to spend $58, and I'm really nervous about haggling, but what if I just throw out $30? Is that too insulting?
No, nothing insults me. You're not offending the merchandise, you're not offending me. I'm gonna say I could probably do about $38. That's a $20 discount. And you get it on a non-haggle day because you can't come
bonus. Sold.
Okay, you got it. Love it.
Yay! It's drawing new people in. When they drive by and see the renovation itself, it causes a lot of excitement.
They started the snowball. We've got like 6 or 8 new businesses here.
People say, why Meeker? Why'd you come here? It feels good, and it still feels good, so.
Bringing neighbors and visitors to one of Oklahoma's small downtowns. Discovering Oklahoma and Meeker, I'm Deanne Stein.
You'll find the Meeker Trading Company at 111 South Fowler Street in Meeker. They're open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday, and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday.
Now that sounds like my kind of place, but then again, so does this next story.
That's true. This is a really cool place for anyone with kids in the family. Right now, Tiffany Tatchell is going to take us to the Kids Galaxy in Edmond.
With tunnels, giant slides, and a huge ball pit. There's a lot to love about Kids Galaxy in Edmond.
Awesome place. Our playground is the biggest that we're aware of in Oklahoma.
The 18,000 square foot indoor play facility is a favorite for kids and their parents. It looks so fun, I had to try it out with my own little one. And it did not disappoint. Oh! You okay? You got it! Okay. With all the climbing, swinging, and sliding, the main play area can keep kids entertained for hours.
Oh yes, it's so hard to make them leave when it's time to go. They could stay here for hours and not get bored.
And if your kiddo isn't quite big enough for the main area, Kids Galaxy has their own separate toddler area just for the little ones.
The toddler zone is for kids 1 to 5, with its own soft playground and a ball pit.
He's only 2, and it's hard to find places that are good for him with, away from all the bigger kids.
When kids work up an appetite from all the exploring, Kids Galaxy has you covered with their food court.
We have amazing pizza. We do chicken wings. We do boneless wings. We have French fries, many options. We also have a gluten-free pizza for the moms that need it, or the kids that need it. So yeah, people love our food.
On the weekends, you're likely to run into a familiar face.
Last week we had Wonder Woman and Iron Man. And we've had like Paw Patrol, PJ Masks, Mickey and Minnie.
But the fun isn't just for the little ones. The Parents Lounge is a great place to relax in a massage chair while the kids play.
Yes, the massage chairs are really nice. I've tried one, it's great. It's also nice if you want to sit down and let your kids play while you can relax, work on your computer. It's nice to be able to do that as well.
At Kids Galaxy, keeping kids entertained is easy, but getting them to leave may not be.
They're going to fight you when you try to take them out of here, is what's going to happen. They just love it, and they just scream and yell. They want to stay.
In Edmond, Tiffany Tatro, Discover Oklahoma.
Kids Galaxy is at 834 West Edmond Road in Edmond in the Kelly Plaza Shopping Center. They're open 7 days a week. Hit up their website, kidsgalaxyedmond.com, for information on specific hours and admission.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
I was just amazed at the smell. I mean, it's like the aroma just like hit me immediately, and it was like, oh my gosh, I gotta see what's going on in here.
We go in and report back, find out what's cooking at this Tulsa hotspot.
Yeah, the atmosphere is terrific for a family. It's nice outside. You can go indoors, outdoors, different food, drinks.
Plus the family tradition that fills stomachs and shopping bags a little later right here on Discover Oklahoma.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide's got a fresh new look. It's your one-stop shop for awe-inspiring attractions, iconic Route 66, stunning escapes, and legendary local food. Get your free copy today.
Welcome back to Tim's Place in Duncan, a great little diner for breakfast or lunch. And it's sure not the only place that we can find that comfort food that we all crave around this time of year.
Up in Tulsa, there's a place that's been packing them in for years. Right now, Jason Grubbs is going to take us to Mrs. T's Country Kitchen.
Mrs. T's Country Kitchen is said to be the best soul food in Tulsa. It certainly smells like it and looks like it from the photos. Let's go find out.
Well, I won't argue with that. It is in town, in the state of Oklahoma.
That's why you see all these people here. That's why I'm here.
There's a good chance you'll see State Senator Kevin Matthews eating at Mrs. T's, dining in, or grabbing some takeout. He's in here a lot.
Every day they're open. I'm here either for lunch or dinner.
Today he went with the baked chicken, cabbage, and corn. To satisfy his sweet tooth, one of Mrs. T's best sellers, banana pudding. There's also peach cobbler and sometimes sweet potato pie.
This food is just like my grandmother cooked it. It is awesome. I mean, it's not food that's under some light that's been warmed up over all day. They're cooking it fresh.
Everything is pretty much homemade.
Dolores Turner spent 25 years learning the restaurant business before opening Mrs. T's Country Kitchen. Secret family recipes helped her do it.
The comfort food, yeah.
There's one ingredient she's willing to share. It's an important part of what makes her food taste so good.
It's all the love that's in it. It's all about the love. You cook with love and people feel it.
I was just amazed at the smell. I mean, it's like the aroma just like hit me immediately, and it was like, oh my gosh, I gotta see what's going on in here.
On the menu, you'll find smothered pork chops and smothered chicken.
They're just smothered the old-fashioned way. They're just smothered down in gravy. And they're fried, then smothered.
Meatloaf and wings. Brandon Lee went with the big pieces of fried catfish.
I'm very, 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 very excited. It's gonna get eaten probably within a minute of hitting the table.
It's all made from scratch, right along with the sides like cabbage, candied yams, dressing, broccoli rice casserole, and more.
The greens, which is usually collard and mustard mix, macaroni and cheese, corn, green beans, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
First time eating it. It's excellent. If you wanted just a home-cooked meal or a holiday meal, you can come in and get it here.
Mrs. T also says you'll get a good helping of customer service.
Because we want everybody to feel totally comfortable when they're here, and we strive to make that happen.
Check out Mrs. T's Country Kitchen for yourself. She's open Thursday through Sunday. In Tulsa, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
Mrs. T's Country Kitchen is located at 2115 North Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Tulsa. They're open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
It's really fun. Looking around at the signage and talking, Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, see their banners for their concerts stuff. It's pretty cool.
The vibe gets them in the door. The pizza and shopping keep them around. We'll check it all out when Discover Oklahoma continues.
There's some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. Open your copy, then hit the open road. Unleash your curiosity. Set your spirit free. Subscribe today for only $14.95. Oklahoma Today Magazine. Break through the ordinary.
We've had a very nice time here at Tim's Place Family Restaurant in Duncan.
That's right, and there's nothing we love more than sharing these Oklahoma-owned restaurants with all of you folks.
So how about taking a trip to southeastern Oklahoma and taste some of the best pizza in the state? It's actually in Hochatown. It's called Grateful Head Pizza and Tap Room.
There's power in pizza. There's something very special about wanting pizza, craving pizza, being part of this very special trifecta slice culture. That trifecta being crust, sauce, and cheese. Now in southeast Oklahoma, one place has taken that formula to delicious heights. Just a pizza's throw away from the entrance to Beavers Bend State Park, you'll find the Grateful Head Pizza Oven and Tap Room. Since 2010, they've been doing delicious pizza right using that trifecta. Plus, there is one other fresh element.
I think it's mostly like our fresh toppings and our crust. We hand form our own crust, and then all the vegetables are fresh and meats are, the freshest we can find. So I'm hoping I think it's the freshness of the product and the high quality of the product. And then we have a lot of beer, so that helps out too. Lots of beer on tap.
I'll talk a little bit more about the beer in a moment, but Billy says most customers will tell him all the time, don't change the crust.
We've always fluted the crust, which, because we wanted to be a little bit different, right out of the box and classier in southeast Oklahoma. So that was, we have our logo's got a tuxedo on, so of course we had to flute the crust. So anyway, and then brush it with garlic butter. So that's served us well.
Yes, that's fresh garlic and pure natural butter.
We worked long and hard hours on the sauce and the dough just to make sure they were the correct consistency, flavor.
You have 48 beers on tap to help wash down those fantastic flavors and fresh toppings.
Between the Psycho Supreme and the Dire Wolf, which is a meats pizza, the Psycho Supreme is a supreme pizza with all the toppings. It's the fresh toppings, though, and the garlic braided crust, and just the atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere is terrific for a family. It's nice outside. You can go indoors, outdoors, different food, drinks. It's just a good time every year.
It's really, really fun. Looking around at the signage and talking, Grateful Dead, or Jefferson Airplane, see their banners for their concerts stuff. It's pretty cool.
Before or after you eat here, you can also do some very fun shopping.
So anything you don't need in your household, come to us. We've got it. We'll sell it to you in bulk. So please come over.
Billy's kidding, of course, but there is a lot to like as you have 3 gift shops from which to choose. The Grateful Head Shop, the Crazy Fingers Toy Shop, and then Happy Trees Gifts. From t-shirts, jams and jellies, Grateful Dead paraphernalia, stickers, magnets, glasses, Broken Bow items, you'll find it here. But it still comes back to their delicious pizza.
The food is great. It's always fresh and made right, different flavors, warm. We love it.
First-time customers are always hooked.
We're from Lawton, Oklahoma, so we came here. It's very good pizza, very good.
It was awesome. We had 4 different ones. The pepperoni, and then the meat lovers. The meat lovers is the best one. And then that Maui Wowie was even better. They're all good, yeah.
Grateful Head Pizza and Tap Room is located on US 259, not too far from the entrance to Beavers Bend State Park. They're open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and until 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A big thank you to the great folks here at Tim's Place for hosting us this week. You'll find them at 118 East Main Street in Duncan. They're open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 6 to 11 a.m. on Saturday. They're closed on Sunday.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, get ready to hit the ice. We'll show you where.
And inside the Sod House Museum of Northwestern Oklahoma. It's all coming up next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
There's always something to discover in Oklahoma.
I don't know what you're going to eat,
I
but
was gonna
these
ask
are,
which one
they're
you're
still
gonna
bringing
take.
yours out. No, these are
Those
this
are
is the
both yours?
appetizer, this is the main course.